When we talk about AI, automations, and scaling systems inside of a business, I don't see too many people talking about what is actually required for these systems to work. It's not just about plugging in an automation tool and slapping AI on top of it. It's rather about the foundation underneath it. And that's what most people are missing right now. Because there are actually clear stages to how businesses evolve with their digital operations. And I wanted to break them down quickly for you so you can really understand why most automation efforts are actually failing and how you're actually supposed to build them properly from the ground up. So this image we see over here, this is something that we call the data levels of operations. And it's basically something, it's a really simple way to understand where your business sits today and why some companies can really just automate everything, while others can't even get their CRM to talk to their customer inbox. So let's break it down. So I want to bring attention to level one that we have over here, which is the data silos. And at this level, most of your data is just scattered everywhere. Your sales team is using one spreadsheet, your marketing team has a different Notion document, and your customer data is sitting in a random Google spreadsheet again. So there's no integrations, there's no centralized visibility. Everything is really just living in people's heads or spread across disconnected tools. So after level one, we actually advance to integratable cloud, which is level two. And this is where you're using modern cloud-based tools, but you're not really integrating them, right? You could connect them, but you haven't yet. The data is still fragmented, but the tools do have API connections. So technically, it is possible to piece everything all together and get them into a unified layer, which is exactly where we go out to the next level, which is the unified data layer. And this is where things really do start to change for most businesses. You've got a CRM, your customer support team, your marketing stack, and your sales stack are all talking to each other. You have a clear source of truth, I would say, for your data. And that's when, honestly, automations and real automations becomes possible because your data structure is clear. So what we have after that is process automations. And once your data layer is finally unified, it's a centralized silo. Now you can actually start automating the repetitive processes like lead routing, follow-ups, content distribution. These are the things that you can actually automate without ensuring that you're not creating more chaos and everything just breaking apart in front of you. And after that, which is the stage that most people are pretty excited about and do want to get to as a company, which is the AI automations. And it's only at this point does it make sense to really layer on AI-driven decision making for content generation, predictive analysis. And because now the data is really feeding, or the data that is feeding into the AI is clean, is structured, is reliable. And the way I like to explain this like in a really simplistic manner is like imagine you're building a Jenga block. And if you try stacking all the fancy AI tools and automation blocks on the top, but the bottom layers are all broken, shaky, and scattered, it's all going to collapse. And the exact same analogy applies to this as well. Your data foundation has to be rock solid before you even start stacking automations on top. And this is actually exactly what we see inside of most businesses where everyone wants to automate without realizing that they're stuck at maybe like a level 2 or 1.5. They don't even have a unified CRM. The data is in 5 different places and they're asking like, how can I implement AI, right? That's almost like asking, how can I run before you even learn how to walk, right? So when we implement these systems for businesses, whether it be content systems, sales ops, or customer workflows, we don't just start by slapping automations and AI on the top, but rather we start by mapping the exact processes, their data layer, identifying which silo they currently sit on, and then connecting everything bit by bit all together. And only once do we connect them can we layer in process automations, and only after that does the AI actually become valuable. So yeah, this is the exact methodology and framework that we implement and adopt ourselves when speaking to different businesses who want to streamline their operations. And it was just something I wanted to share and hope it was valuable. And have a good Sunday ahead, guys.